Have you ever felt like your body was just tight? Not sore from yesterday's workout, not the kind of tightness that goes away after stretching, the kind that feels like it's been there for years. Maybe your neck is always stiff, your shoulders never seem to relax, or your hips feel restricted. Or you have pain that keeps coming back no matter what you try. If that sounds familiar, maybe myofascial release may be exactly what your body has been asking for. Today I'm going to explain what myofascial release is and why it's different from traditional massage, and what you can expect during a session here at Spa 31. Hi, I'm Alisha, owner of Spa 31 in Sherman, Texas, and one of the first things I tell people is that myofascial release doesn't always look like a massage. In fact, if you've never experienced it before, you may wonder if anything is happening at all. And that's because this treatment focuses on something called fascia. Fascia is a web of connective tissue that surrounds and supports your muscles, your joints, nerves, blood vessels, and organs. Think of it like a three-dimensional network that holds your entire body together. When fascia is healthy, it moves and stretches easily. But after injuries, surgeries, repetitive movement, poor posture, stress, or even long periods of inactivity, fascia can become restricted. Those restrictions can create tension throughout the body, sometimes far away from where you actually feel the pain. That's why someone with shoulder pain may actually have restrictions in their chest. Someone with headaches may have restrictions through their neck and upper back, and someone with low back pain may have restrictions extending into their hips and legs. During a myofascial release session, we aren't trying to force your muscles to relax. Instead, we're working patiently with the connective tissue, allowing those restrictions to gradually release. You'll probably notice that the movements are much slower than a traditional massage. Sometimes your therapist may simply place their hands on one part of the body and maintain a gentle, sustained pressure for several minutes. To someone watching, it might seem like we're not doing very much, but underneath the surface, your connective tissue is responding to that sustained pressure. One of the most common things clients say during their first session is, "I didn't expect something so gentle to feel so effective." Another thing that surprises people is that we don't use a lot of lotion or oil during myofascial release, and that's intentional. We need to be able to gently engage the fascia rather than simply glide over the skin. Because of that, the techniques may feel very different from the flowing strokes of a Swedish massage. One question I hear a lot is, does myofascial release hurt? And the answer is not usually, but sometimes you may feel a stretching sensation, a feeling of pressure, warmth, or even a gentle pulling in another area of your body. Some people describe it as a feeling of release that they haven't experienced before. The goal is never to force your body. The goal is to work with your body's natural ability to let go of restriction. This treatment can be especially helpful for people experiencing chronic pain, limited range of motion, headaches, postural issues, scar tissue, old injuries, or ongoing tension that hasn't responded well to other approaches. It's also a wonderful option for people who feel they've tried everything, but still aren't finding lasting relief. Every person responds differently, and some people notice changes immediately. Others experience gradual improvement over several sessions as their body begins to move more freely. After your appointment, you may feel lighter, more mobile, or notice that movements simply feel easier. Some clients even tell us they didn't realize how restricted they had become until they experienced the difference afterwards. One thing I love about myofascial release is that it reminds us the body is connected. When we stop chasing the symptoms and begin to look at how the entire body works together, we often discover opportunities for healing that we might otherwise miss. At Spa 31, every myofascial release session is customized to your body, your history, and your goals. Whether you're recovering from an injury, living with chronic tension, or simply looking for a different approach to pain and movement, we're here to help you determine if myofascial release is the right fit. Thank you so much for watching, and if you have any questions about this treatment, or if you wonder whether it's the right one for you, we'd love to have that conversation.